Hi, this is Mr. Burns. This is part two, instructions for our green utility shed. Um, in this tutorial video, we're going to get through step 12, which is all the way to the 24th step of making a new type of wall in Revit. And then the next step in the next video, we'll pick up on step 12, where we're going to be placing doors and windows and other components. So this view with the wood siding wall is the next steps. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by clicking on the wall that we just edited the type of. We've got this brick wall on metal studs, and we're going to use that template to create a new type of wall. Over in your properties window, you're going to click on edit type. And I've got the preview popped up here. If you don't have a cross-section view of your wall down here in the bottom left, you can click preview. And when you zoom in, you can see that the red wall is on the exterior side. That's where we're going to be starting our journey here. It's very, very important. And I'm going to pause the video here for a second just to tell you that whenever you're going to be creating your own type of property, any type of construction material, you must hit this duplicate button. Otherwise, you're going to edit the preloaded basic wall, brick wall that comes preloaded on the Revit software. And we want to keep that. We're going to use that some other time. So right now, we're going to click the duplicate button so that we can use a lot of the preloaded material and structures for the brick wall. And we're going to call this shed wall with siding. That's like a new type of wall material that we want to create. Okay, so now in your parameters tab, your parameters table, under structure, you're going to click edit. And we're going to change the structure of this wall. Okay, I think right now we're on step 5. All right. The first thing that we want to change is this brick has got to get turned into wood siding. So in the exterior side table, you're going to click on that cell of the table, and there's going to be this square with 3 dots, little ellipse. You're going to click on that hidden little button right there. It's going to open up a whole material browser to choose from. Ideally, we want to change this brick to siding, but there are no options for siding. So that's why we're going to create some wood siding. The material we're going to use is made out of wood. Lots of different options here. The one closest to the material that we need is going to be your plywood sheathing. And we're going to need plywood sheathing for other construction projects, but so we're going to make a duplicate of this as well. So don't change this plywood sheathing. You want to click on this button down here to make a duplicate the selected material. And we're going to call this wood siding horizontal, I believe. What do they want to call it? They want to call it siding horizontal wood. Okay. Now that you've changed the identity and the naming here, they want you to go to the graphics tab, and they want you to change the surface pattern. The surface pattern is what's on the outside, all right, and we want our siding to kind of look horizontal, not just a flat piece of wood. The cut pattern is if you were to cut a section view and to see what the inside material looks like. So we're just going to change the foreground pattern to horizontal. You just click on, where it says none on the pattern, you want to scroll down to horizontal and click OK. Next, we're going to go to the appearance tab, and we're going to change what this looks like in our, shaded and realistic view. I paused the video on this appearance tab because my appearance preview is still updating and loading. I don't know why that's happening, but we're going to keep going and assume that it's all going to work out with this great school Wi-Fi. So we're going to change what the appearance looks like on our shaded and realistic views. Right now, the image that you can see down here, it kind of looks like what plywood might look like, and we want it to look like cedar wood. Down here in your materials library, this right-hand icon is the asset browser. That's going to open up a whole nother set of options. You can see we're getting pretty deep into Revit right now, and this is like the belly of the beast right here. In your appearance library, you can scroll down to siding options, and you can look for cedar siding, wood horizontal cedar siding. This is what we want the appearance to look like, and you're going to swap it out with the plywood sheathing image by hitting this arrow button right here to kind of swap it out. And then you can X out of this asset browser, and you can now see we've got those cedar siding. Say that 3 times fast as our appearance, and that looks more like a shed. So we're gonna hit OK, and then you can see that that siding has changed went from brick to now it's this siding. We want it to be a 1/2 inch thick. So you're going to take this 3 5/8 thickness of a regular common brick, and we're going to change that to 1/2 inch. That makes it a lot thinner. I think we don't need that 0. We don't need this 3 inch air gap. So on column 2, you can just click delete. Um, And what else do we need to change on this wood? We have thickness is 1/2, 3 so we can hit OK, and then we can hit OK again, and we're gonna have that option for our basic wall with siding. Okay, you can select other walls on your shed, maybe in the floor plan, maybe in the 3D view. You can change those materials in your properties browser from basic wall to the new wall that you just made. Remember, we called it siding, shed wall with siding. You can select all the walls that you want to have that shed wall with siding, and you can change that other wall back to the brick wall because on our design constraints, one of our walls still needs to be brick. So I'll change that wall back to brick on metal stud. And in my 3D view, you'll be able to see that I've got a brick wall and then some walls with siding. If you can't see the siding, you can change your view from shaded to realistic, and that will give you a little bit more contour and detail to your shed. Mine's loading really slowly. I'm going to try to stop this video so that you can continue on. Oh, there it is. Look, it's a shed wall with siding and brick.